Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Take on these nuts and suck the dick. Get the fuck out of the done. Then I hop to my boot to make a quick run. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Take on these nuts and suck the dick. Get the fuck out of the done. Then I hop to my boot to make a quick run.
Welcome back, everybody. Week 4 preview, Week 3 review show on Sam's League, the podcast. Tonight, Cole is traveling, so it's just me, Jack, and Dan. We're going to run through update on standings. Alex, Jack, and Chris, all 3-0. Fallon brothers, both 2-1. Buck, Demps, Cole, and myself are 1-2, and Brendan and the gruesome twosome dropped to 0-3. Looking for that vaunted first win. Fun fact, Cole is averaging the league worst 80.38 points per game through 3. He squeaked by last week with a victory over Bill, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Another one, Dick Foles is facing an unprecedented 118 points against per week. I've never seen something like that. I'm surprised he even has a win. However, my defense is averaging 77 points per game against, and I'm still 1-2. Does anyone have any running backs out there? Hit me up. I'm willing to trade. Some notable news and injuries. Alshon is back? Question mark. I know he was cleared for contact. Guys, do you know if he's going to play this week?
I heard he was, yes.
So, word on the street is he is playing. To be determined, though, what Dougie P and the crew decide. Jimmy G down with a torn ACL. Another huge hit for the 49ers. I don't know how they're going to do anything. I honestly, side note, I don't think everyone says they're going to trade for Foles. Why would they trade for Foles? They stink right now. Trading for Foles makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
I don't get that. I want to put that out there. Make sure we're not a hot take podcast. Evan Ingram out this week with the sprained MCL. He's week to week. I think 1 or 2 weeks. Baker Show. He's ready to go, ready to play, and he's gonna go. I think he's gonna have a good game this week. Mixon still's out for a couple weeks, and Josh Gordon. Did he get activated to the starting squad yet, or are we still waiting for?
Still waiting for confirmation.
Well, Bill Belichick holds that close to the chest most of the time, so we'll probably learn like Saturday night or Sunday at noon. But other than that, that's all the news I have. Have you guys seen anything else that we missed there?
No, I think you're all good, Sam.
Perfect.
I think you covered it.
Okay, cool. So,
Hi, Joanne. How are you?
okay, let's go into the best thing we saw all week. Jack, you're up. I think Mrs. Lemke's about to make a surprise visit.
Is that my aunt Joanne? Is that my aunt Joanne?
Hey, Ms. Lemke.
They can't hear you because of the AirPods. Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, best thing I saw all week was Alex came back. It looked like Dan was going to sneak out a W, but Philip Lindsay had to go and punch a dude. Dan started Philip Lindsay in his flex.
Oh, my goodness.
And, yeah, he went and punched the dude, and I think that was the first quarter. Got ejected, and Dan ended up losing just by a few points thanks to James Conner. Could have knocked off Alex.
Could have remained 3-0.
Mr. Keeper.
Talk about a punch to the gut.
You're not kidding. Dan could nice pun too.
Thank you.
Pun intended. Dan could have been 3-0, and the best part about that was David Johnson hasn't even done much. Dan could have been 3-0.
Which is kind of crazy, but
It is kind of crazy. Hey, Mark Ingram coming back. That should be good.
that is true. Very true. So, hopefully you're all set
That would
there.
have been my second straight year taking down Alex.
Did you take him down last year?
I did.
Dan,
One of his lower scoring weeks is like 111.
hey man, a win's a win.
I took him down.
But Dan, what was your best thing you saw all week?
Sam, why don't you go first? I'm going to piggyback off you.
I have. I didn't go yet. Mine was the gruesome twosome starts either Robert Woods or Crowell, and they get that first victory of the career, let alone of the season. But They really dropped the ball on. I think this is. Did we say this was the second time he's done that? Billy and Ryan could have possibly been 2-1 right now had they not. They got the players. They got to figure out the lineup.
That's right.
Which Cubs,
Yeah,
but
I mean, my piggyback on that is I think they should fire their head coach. Well, whichever one of them is making the lineup decisions has to stop, and it needs to be the other for a couple games because whoever's been making the decisions the past 3 games has ruined the first 3 weeks of the season for them.
especially
the year campaign is not looking great right now.
especially starting 2 Vikings running backs week 1. Not advised. But hey, they're a new concept team. They're going to bring a couple of fresh ideas to the league, hopefully. But we're waiting to see them, and if they do work. But like you say, if you have 2 head coaches, do you really have one? We'll get into that later. Preview for week 4 here. Dan, are you ready? Can you lead off here?
Yeah, I'm ready. I got Brian and Colin. Correct.
No, you have Brian and Gruesome Twosome. 12 versus 8.
Right. So looking at this, going to the lineup right now, the Gruesome Twosome. I'm not sure if this is their official lineup because who knows with those coaches. But they have the 2 players that screwed them last week. They inserted them into the lineup this week. They are projected to win.
Really?
I actually like Deshaun Watson a lot this week. I think Houston's going to get their first win at home. That's my lock of the week, as last week was the Lions. If you guys want to rewatch, it was Lions Patriots. Anyways,
good call by you.
I think Deshaun Watson's going to lead the team to a victory, have a big week. That includes Lamar Miller. I think he should start a Minnesota running back if Dalvin Cook's out. Dalvin Cook's playing. I'd start him over Crowell, who has screwed him multiple times already. I know, but I see the Gruesome Twosome taking this out as Dempsey has not the best running backs I've ever seen in Kenyon Drake and Duke Johnson Jr.
Kenyon Drake really screwed Dempsey last week with, what was it, 1 point total? Just
Something like that.
bad all over the place.
So I think Gruesome Twosome finally gets their first victory of the season. 121-74.
Wow, just an absolute murder.
Dempsey had just under 50% of his points last week come from Drew Brees. So if that's any indication of the squad, it's not good.
No. He needs to get rid of Duke Johnson, and he needs to get rid of him quickly. Jack, who is hoarding all the running backs apparently in the league with 7 on his team, you're up next. You got Nick Holes, a.k.a. Buck, versus Click It or Trick It, our police officer of the league. Who do you got?
Well, Nick Holes is in an unexciting 6th place, but looked to add a spark and some excitement to his team by adding Baker Mayfield. I like that. We got some questionable running backs here with Shady and Leonard Fournette. I think Shady's on track to play. Not so sure about Fournette at this point. It should be closer than we think. I would go Nick Holes, but don't know about Josh Gordon. I think Thielen has a good game against the depleted Rams secondary. I'm going to have to take Nick Holes in this one. I don't like Peyton Barber at all. Shady, I think the Buffalo Bills get not shut out, but have a rough week this week after their big week. Holes starting Cleveland's defense.
He's also starting Peyton Barber, who stinks on ice.
You can say that again. And
He stinks on ice.
So I'm going to go Nick Foles here, and I think Mike Evans has been...
He's been killing it. Do you think
He's been great.
Fitzmagic, is he in? What's with Jameis back? What do you...
He's getting starters reps in practice, so I gotta keep the magic going at this point.
No, I think you do, especially going into the bye, and then you can figure out the actual.
There.
So,
True. I'll take Nick Foles, 95.83 to a Click It or Trick It lowest scoring week. Let's 80.39.
Oh, bring that average right up. Bring that average up. So I have the next game. It's Team Has No Name versus Derrick Henry. Team Has No Name should change their name to Team Has No Win, because they will be losing again this week. I don't know what's been happening. Ben Roethlisberger has proven to be a very good quarterback. Maybe not a 6th-round quarterback, but who knows? That's one owner's opinion. Hopkins and Landry should be able to do something. Landry especially against Oakland, but the rest of the team, it's the island of misfit toys over there. And with Mahomes, I think he's going to stay hot against Denver. And the 2 Pittsburgh wide receivers may or may not struggle. I think they will struggle against Baltimore. They have been pretty good, but nope. Okay, and he's got Dallas Goedert in there. And Calvin Ridley, he's riding that hot hand. I don't think Joe gets to 103, but I certainly don't think Brendan gets to 88. I'm going to say 80 to 92. Joe takes his victory. Let me record that real quick. And we are actually on the questionable trade offer of the week. Jack, do you want to break this down? Because you were on the receiving end of this one.
Cole, I think it's time for me to pass the torch on his bad trade guide to Cole. I got a text today from Cole saying, "Accept my trade, Jack, LOL." And I go to check it, and here it is. It's Zach Ertz for Kareem Hunt and Kalen Ballage.
Jesus Christ.
That was turned down. I understand Zach Ertz is a keeper for one more year. But that was a pretty desperate trade call from Cole, who claims to be a top fantasy player.
A desperate trade for a desperate team.
That's right. That is right.
But yeah, so congrats to Cole. He'll be getting his $5 voucher to TK Beer in the mail once that comes in. So everybody else, send your questionable trade offers of the week. Try and win that award. We'll be sending them out shortly. Jack, you want to bring us?
They have to be serious requests. Though we can't just be throwing out nonsense. They have to be an actual, I think this is good one way.
By the way,
request.
I had a dream the other night of a very questionable trade going down between Dan and Alex. Came out later, months later in the dream, that there was collusion, and Alex paid Dan off for, I don't know who it was. I think it was his top receiver, but I woke up in a bad mood, to say the least.
Well, I'm going to watch out for some collusion now.
Yeah. Keep you guys' eyes peeled, as always. Jack, why don't you break us down Pup and Suds versus Dick Foles, 5 versus 7.
Could be the game of the week here. I think John's got a few questionable tags going here, but I believe they'll all play. Can't knock Carson Wentz in the second game. You think he's shaking off some rust. Matty Ice has been hot. I think Andrew Luck has a huge week. He's just due for my team.
Oh, yeah.
T.Y. has a nice game. Been loving Kenny Golladay. I think he's the WR1 in Detroit now. I think we get a big week from Royce Freeman on John's side. But I think Philip Lindsay doesn't punch anybody this week, and Dane might pull out a victory. We'll see. It's going to be a close one, though. I'm going to say 96.89 to 95.73.
Oh, wow.
Daniel. Doug Baldwin might actually be back this week, too, for Dan. I'm not sure he'll play much, but
see if his leg has healed at all, if he's still limping around.
To suspend Lindsay for what cost me a win last week.
You should send him a fine, or at least a Venmo request for your $10.
That's true.
So I'll take us into the next matchup. It's the Lipitor Bowl, 1 versus 3. Both teams coming in 3-0. Who leaves defeated? Who leaves, or do they tie? I would put $100 on it if they tie. But Jack, as always, as I mentioned earlier, has a stable of running backs that he's hoarding from the rest of the league, led by Gurley, Hunt, and Chris Carson starting. Kittle, I don't know about Kittle anymore with C.J. Beathard. But Andy Luck, Tyreek Hill, all poised to go off. Cooper, gonna pooper again. But Alex's team looks good throughout. I don't think Connor's going to get 15 Gordon will have a day against San Francisco, but Odell's in for a good matchup, and same with Thomas. Going up against each other, just high-scoring affair. Phillip Rivers may not show up against not show up. He might. They just might run the ball the whole game, so I'm not expecting a giant game from him. And Adams in the rain, I think he gets it done with 2 touchdowns. Final, I'm gonna go. I can't bet against Alex. His team looks pretty decent throughout. I'm gonna go 114 to 111. Close game, but reigning champ brings it home. Sorry, Jack.
That's okay.
Dan, take us out with the last shit show of the
So
week.
last week I had Chris's game as well, and it was the first time I ever lost while picking against Chris's game in 7 years.
Oh, wow.
There's no record of that, but I'm 51 and out, and picking if Chris is going to win or lose. So that was a tough one to swallow.
Oh, for sure.
I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. For 2 reasons. Reason number 1, all right, I got a meatball sandwich waiting for me. Reason number 2, all right, is Alvin Kamara is really good.
You don't
I think
say.
he's in for another huge week. All right.
He had 20 targets this week. It's crazy.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara's in for another huge week. I think Brady gets it together against Miami. I do think the Patriots struggle yet again, but they do win. So on Chris's end, that's going to be good. Eli should be able to throw the ball against that Northern's defense, but newsflash, Eli sucks.
Say that
Not gonna be able
again.
to Throw the ball against that defense. Chris's team is going to suck again this week to the tune of 74 points. And Schmucker comes out with a victory, 75.4 to 74.2.
Hey, I'll take that. I'll take a 75-point victory. I don't care. Defense wins championships.
Yeah, I think Elliott's in for a big day against this Detroit D that let Isaiah Crowell run over them week 1.
Yeah, and him and Powell combined for 120 yards. So I am excited. But that's the end of the previews for week 4. Last week, the overall record for Pick'em this year is Dan's 2-1, Jack's 1-3. I'm 4-0, the real important factor in picking games, and Cole is currently 1-0. I think that's it. Guys, you have any closing remarks? Jack, how about you?
Best of luck this week, gentlemen.
Yeah, good luck.
Hey, also, league-wide, we're looking to have a guest come on next week. Text me if you're interested. We're looking to get a winner on, just so we can have some good shit talk. But if it's Chris and he loses, I will gladly have him on first. Otherwise,
Chris actually has to come on as a loser.
yeah, when he goes.
Talk about that.
By the way, we've seen this 3-0 performance out of him before, and I think he ended the season 6-7, missing the playoffs. He actually was 5-0 the last time this happened. So
I'm not worried about it.
no, not at all. I'm just waiting for that mid-season collapse when everything goes to shit and Lev Bell never comes on the team. But otherwise, it was. I think that's all we got. So everybody have a good night and suck our dicks. Later.